It is Saturday, April 2nd in the NBA, and I'm back with my 2 best picks of the day. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Recap from yesterday. So close to that sweep, a 4-in-1 day. Our daily video did sweep that you're watching right now. Luka Doncic, Damian Jones, and Anthony Edwards all cashing with ease. After the video, like we sometimes do, we added 2 extra plays. Fred VanVleet did hit his over despite shooting terribly from the field. Drew Eubanks didn't play enough minutes, but he finished 3 points away from so close to that 5-0 sweep. Either way, 16-3 over our last 5 days. Let's see if we can continue that record going into today. If you're new to the Calling Our Shot community, welcome aboard. Thanks for joining them and watching the daily video. We appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. We're closing in on 30,000 subscribers. I think only 500 or so away from that. So we'd appreciate it. If you're an OG, click that like button too. It really helps us do well on YouTube. Either way, we would appreciate it. Now, maybe we helped you make some money over the past couple days. If you want to become a COS All-Star, I certainly would appreciate it. It's our YouTube membership. It only costs $2.99 a month. That's less than the price of coffee. That's less than some of the dumb parlays, first basket parlays our people are putting out there. We would certainly appreciate it. You get to show your appreciation for all the work we do for our daily videos, and you get the plays an hour. And coming up on Thursday when MLB starts, probably a couple hours before this video actually drops. And the final note, the final perk, you get your name shouted out in the video. So shout out to our newest All-Stars, Ishan, Kill Kane, Mike, Boom or Bust, Harrison, Austin, love the name, Sean, Matt, Sam, and Warren. We appreciate all you guys for supporting the channel. We really can't do it without you guys. So thank you again for becoming a COS All-Star. If you want to become one, click the join button on the channel. The link in the description. I'll also put it in the pinned comment. It's a little bit finicky if you're using a web browser on your phone, but it should work on the YouTube app or on your desktop. Either way, my last 2 notes. Number 1, I mentioned this yesterday, Caesar Sportsbook gave us a super cool risk-free or sign-up bonus if you sign up using the link in the description, dimers.com/COS Caesars, I believe. It's linked down below. If you deposit, and you lose your first bet, you get your money back up to $1,100. A super cool one. Definitely take advantage of it if you don't have a Caesar Sportsbook account. It's linked down below the description. Now, today also is the NCAA Tournament Final 4 games, and a team like this one, RJ Barrett, good to Duke. His team's playing today. Duke versus UNC and Kansas versus Villanova. I have my favorite spread pick for each of those games. That video will be linked at the end and also in the description. I would post it last night. So definitely go check it out. College basketball, not my specialty, but we had some fun with the video. But either way, let's get into it. My final note, we have a couple early games on today, so definitely make sure you're watching this video through because we have 2 plays in the early games, so definitely check those out. But we'll talk about every single game as this video goes on. Let's start with my best bet of the day. Shouldn't be a surprise. Joel Embiid. We're taking his over 46.5 points plus rebounds, -110 on Caesars. Now, like I said earlier, it's the 12:30 p.m. Eastern tip-off. So if you're watching after the fact, well, 1, I hope Joel Embiid's treating us nicely, and you can just listen to why we're betting on him. Now, look, the sportsbooks thought they could raise Joel Embiid's line and try to scare us off. They got his points line at 33.5, and while I do like his PRA line, it was 50.5, 51.5. I don't really want to be counting on Embiid to get us 4 or 5 assists to make that even to what this 46.5 line is. But if I had to bet an individual line, I really do like his over in rebounds today, which I believe is 12.5 if I'm not mistaken. Now, like we talked about, he's a center taking on the Hornets. And the Hornets giving up the most points plus rebounds to centers this season. And look, shouldn't come as a surprise. We're taking Joel Embiid again. And look, Joel Embiid's been an absolute stud. He's hit this over in 2 of his last 3 games with 52, 43, and 52 points plus rebounds. We obviously took his over in the last game against the Detroit Pistons, cashed it easily in the 3rd quarter. And now, like I talked about on Thursday when we talked about Joel Embiid, he wants that MVP trophy. And look, he went on to JJ Redick's podcast. I even said this on Thursday. Went on to the podcast and said how much winning the MVP trophy would mean to not only his career, but to just himself and to his country of Cameroon. He said it would be awesome, and that's exactly what he wants to do. Now, he was leading the MVP race all season long. No longer leading it, as Nikola Jokic is the odds-on favorite. I think he's -160 or so on DraftKings. I believe Joel Embiid's +160. So not outside the realm of possibility, but with only a couple games left in the season, 1, he's going to need some monster games, and 2, the Sixers are going to need to start winning, and he's primed for both today, so I don't mind like a Joel Embiid double-double in a win. I think that's pretty good. I think that was -130. I don't mind that, but look, he's played the Hornets 3 times this season. He's had 37, 40, and 58 points plus rebounds in those 3 games. Now, obviously, he's gone over in only 1 of them, and you might be saying, man, we don't love that. But 2 of the games that he obviously went under, only played 33 minutes. So while that might seem like a lot for Joel Embiid, he's actually been playing far more than that over the last 3 games. 37 plus minutes in 3 straight games. And look, I see him playing another big workload today as 1, the Sixers are trying to win these games because they need them for the playoff seedings as they've lost 3 straight. And 2, I don't see the Hornets necessarily getting blown out. They got Gordon Hayward coming back. That might screw up with some chemistry. But still, I think he gets over 35 plus minutes against them. And look, I think that's going to be enough to do it against Mason Plumlee and this Hornets front court. Now we look, Mason Plumlee, I don't know if he's playing with a broken hand or whatnot. He switched to shooting lefty free throws. I don't know what the heck's going on. That man's afraid to shoot the basketball, just like Tomas Satoransky. If you know, you know. Now, you're just going to see Joel Embiid camping in the paint, grabbing rebounds. At least that's what we hope so. Now, we haven't seen a ton of centers play big minutes against this Hornets team, but when they have done it and when they've shot a lot, 16 plus times to be exact, you'll see exactly Embiid's going to shoot 16 plus times today, but this is how they've done. Saw Nikola Jokic at 45 and 50 points plus rebounds. Obviously saw Karl Anthony Towns at 54 points plus rebounds. Joel Embiid at 58 points plus rebounds. Nikola Vucevic 44 and Bam Adebayo 45. Those are just guys that have played 35 plus minutes and 2 shot 16 or more times against this Hornets roster this season. Half these guys did go over, half went under, but I got faith in the process for getting it done today. I know the line is high, but look, the sportsbooks wouldn't make the line high if they didn't think he actually had a good chance hitting it. I think he will get it for us tonight, and we'll start off the day with a winner for the best bet segment. We're taking Joel Embiid over 46.5 points plus rebounds. I know it's a super high line. Joel's going from 50 tonight, and we're locking it in. Obviously, best bet of the day, it's an early tip-off, so hopefully you guys can lock that one in. Let's move on to the second game on the slate. I'll be taking a bet from this one. It is the Knicks versus Cavaliers. That's why I got the new Knicks jersey on. I'm not taking RJ Barrett, or shirt on. I'm not taking RJ Barrett. We're taking his teammate, Mitchell Robinson. I'm taking his over 19.5 PRAs, minus 122 on FanDuel. Now, like I said, this is an early tip-off, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Likely, if you are watching after the fact, this probably has gone down, but we're going to talk about all the other 3 games right after this one. Now, if you're looking for someone that is consistent, you found the wrong guy, because that is not Mitchell Robinson's game. Inconsistency is his consistency. The man's not that consistent, but yesterday was his birthday. Unrelated, happy belated birthday to you, Mitchell Robinson. Come out and put on a show for us. Now, the Knicks currently 5 games left in the season, and Robinson is doing an extension this offseason. I believe he's a restricted free agent, and he can either, one, play like he wants an extension and actually go out there and play well over the last 5 games, show, yo, you guys should pay me a good amount of money this offseason, or 2, he can go out and keep being inconsistent, and maybe the Knicks will let him walk in free agency. And really, the choice is yours, Mitchell. And I think today he's primed for a great game because the Knicks are taking on the Cavaliers, and the Knicks will be without Julius Randle. Now, in Mitch's last 3 games, he's only played without Julius Randle in 3 games this season. He's at 18, 15, and 21 PRAs. So at surface level, only gone over in 1 of 3 games. You don't love that, but if we look at the games, one of them was a week ago against the Miami Heat, a very tough matchup. He only played 19 minutes, yet he still got 18 PRAs. I think he plays closer to 25 to 30 minutes tonight, maybe even more. Saw him play like 34 minutes in his last game. Now, the 15 was against the Atlanta Hawks, obviously a tough matchup with Clint Capella, and the 21 was a good matchup versus the Thunder. Today, Cavaliers, great matchup for him, and we've seen the Cavaliers really struggle without Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. They've been getting abused by centers left and right, and that would probably be an understatement, because last game we saw them give up 28 PRAs to Clint Capella. He only played 23 minutes. We saw them give up 30 PRAs to his backup, Onyeka Okongwu, in 25 minutes. Dwight Powell at 21 PRAs. He only had 5 rebounds. And look, he had 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist because Luka was stealing all his rebounds. Wendell Carter Jr. recently had 33 PRAs. Vucevic, 29. Isaiah Stewart, 20. Ivica Zubac had 42 PRAs. And I could give you the numbers for Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic against them, but we obviously know they crushed this line. Now, all these guys have been performing above their season averages, and that's what we a little bit need today out of Mitchell Robinson. He's averaging 17.5 PRAs per game. We just need 20 today. And if there's a thing with Robinson that you should know, he always goes off the game after you bet on him. And while we didn't bet on him last game, I know a lot of people did because he took on the Charlotte Hornets, obviously a team that gives it the most points plus rebounds to centers. Yeah, no, he only had 18 PRAs, so he did get close. And look, the people that took him last game, they're like, yo, he's the center against the Hornets. It's set it and forget it. He hurt them good, and they're not going to take him tonight. And they're going to have to sit and look at Mitchell Robinson putting up 14 points and 16 rebounds, hopefully cashing this in the first half for us. That's just the Mitchell Robinson effect. Now, the Cavaliers are starting Moses Brown, and you're like, who the heck's that guy? Yeah, I understand that, but he's kind of bounced around the league from the Thunder, then to the Celtics, now at the Cavaliers, and I think Robinson will just roam around on defense. Moses Brown doesn't necessarily have he doesn't have a very good offensive game. He can make shots, so we'll just see Robinson leaning around. Over the last 15 games, majority without Jared Allen, Cavaliers allowed the 5th most points per game, 2nd most rebounds per game, and 5th most assists per game to centers. Not counting on Robinson to go out and put a triple-double up, but maybe he can get us 1 or 2 assists, which would give us a little bit of value on his PRA line over points plus rebounds. And look, you could probably have told that by the game log of centers against them. So look at it. Also, the Cavaliers been a bottom 12 defensive rebounding team in the NBA over that time span without Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, and that's usually where Robinson makes his money. So he's going to go up, grab some offensive rebounds, put them back in, grab some lobs from RJ Barrett and company driving into the paint. I'm taking his over, a 19.5 PRAs. Hurt me good. It's your day after your birthday. Go get us done. Now, I hate only having 2 plays on the day, but those are like likely my only 2 confident plays of the day. And look, there's going to be March Madness on tonight, and that's likely what I'll be watching, not NBA. But we'll talk about the rest of the game. So here we go. Check the pinned comment below to see if we add anything. I'll talk about the only play I'd probably consider adding in a second. Now, the Nets versus Hawks. I lean Kevin Durant over 44.5 PRAs. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, high over-under against the Hawks. And like, he didn't necessarily struggle versus Milwaukee. Still shot the ball decently, didn't shoot a ton. I think he finished on the hook, 44 PRAs in that one. I think he bounced back today against the Hawks. I don't see them having anyone that can guard him. I mean, honestly, it's hard to guard Kevin Durant. And I'd also, on the flip side, look at Trae Young, too. I think he should have a pretty good game. Obviously, coming off that groin issue that he did hurt us in our last game. We took him for, over 9.5 assists, ended with 9, but he's going to have to carry the load against this Nets team. This is a big game. Both teams, I believe, are tied for the play-in at the moment. I think they're tied. I think there's a 3-way tie at the 8, 9, 10 seed. I think that's something like that. So I think both these guys show up and play well. Now, the Heat versus Bulls, looking at Nikola Vucevic under in PRAs. He has struggled versus Miami and Bam Adebayo this season. 23, 20, and 23 PRAs this season. I think his line's about 29.5. Don't really know. Don't necessarily want to bet on that Bulls versus Heat game. It's just not something I wake up and say, oh, I really want to bet on this. But I think Nikola Vucevic does go under today. He could crush it. He has crushed it in the past versus Adebayo, so it wouldn't surprise me. But I personally lean that under. Not going to add that. Now, if I am going to add a play, it's going to be this one. Golden State versus Utah Jazz. I like Rudy Gobert over in rebounds. Now, couple qualifications. Number one, Hassan Whiteside has to be out. I did see he had a bone fracture. He is questionable today. If he had a bone fracture, I don't see how he's going to play. So if Hassan Whiteside is out, I'd really consider this. And obviously, I don't want the line to be like 15.5, which honestly probably should. But I imagine the line is 13.5, 14.5. And look, he has 15 plus rebounds in 5 straight games versus this team. I believe maybe 4 straight. And then he's hit this over in 7 of his last 8, again, assuming the line's 14.5. He has had 18 and 19 his last 2 games against the Warriors. And look, I think he has a good chance of getting it. He's hit this in 3 straight games after having 3 straight duds, but the last 3 he's had 19, 16, and 17 rebounds. So I do think Rudy Gobert has a decent game today. Not sure I'll add it, especially if our 2 plays, Joel Embiid over 46.5 points plus rebounds, and Mitchell Robinson over 19.5 PRAs. If both those go 2-0, not sure I'll force another play, but definitely check the pinned comment section down below in case we do add a play as the day goes on. Maybe we'll see after this first game's kind of close. So maybe around like 3, 4, we'll decide if we want to add another play. Either way, let's continue our 16-3 run. I appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. Appreciate if you hit that like button. Also, check out that Caesar Sportsbook sign-up offer. Super cool one. Links in the description, all that stuff. Check out my Final 4 best bets video for Duke versus UNC, Kansas versus Villanova. Link down the screen. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You can download these videos if you ever want to. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Peace out.